Yeah, really excited. So we wanted to do this forum so that everybody here is aware of their voting rights and feels prepared for the upcoming election.
I'm Shane Emery.
All right, thank you. Thank you for coming, Shane. I'm Rachel. I'm the Metro Regional Coordinator for Mass Advocacy Standing Strong. We have a brochure about Mass on the table in back, and my card is there too. And we have amazing presenters tonight who I'm going to pass it over to.
Hi everyone, my name is Kamika Harrell. I also work with the Advocacys Standing Strong, and tonight I will be one of the presenters that will be presenting to you tonight. So I hope you have a great time in learning. If you have any questions, you can feel free to enter at the end, and we will enter it to the best of our ability. Thank you.
Thanks for that.
Great, and I want to introduce our other presenter. Okay, he's going to introduce himself.
Hi everyone, it's nice to see everyone tonight. My name is Jonathan Spiller. I'm also going to be presenting tonight. During this voting forum, I'll tell you about the candidates that are going to be running for president, and I'll also be giving you some information about different ways that you can learn about the candidates, so you can get all the information, that you need, so you can make a decision about who you want to vote for president.
I'll vote for Hillary Clinton and President Obama.
And I just wanted to let you know, we have in the back of the room, to the left, there's Bridget Simmons there. She has the AutoMark machine, which is the accessible voting machine, that all of you can try out after our presentation. It's really fun. You get to do a fake ballot. I don't know, is it chocolate and vanilla, Bridget? Yeah, you get to choose, vote for chocolate or vanilla using the AutoMark machine, which is really great. And then you feel prepared to use the machine when it comes to election time. So I just want to say one more thing. Thank you all for coming out in this gross weather. We didn't know who would show up, but you guys are real troopers. And without further definitely better than snow. But without further ado, I'm going to pass it back to Kamika, and we're going to get started.
Hi everyone. First of all, can everybody hear me? Oh, it's great. Awesome. Okay, so welcome to the Metro Regional Self-Advocate Voting Forum. So I get excited. So let's go. Great stuff tonight. Okay, so this event is partnership with Mass Advocacy Standing Strong and the Disability Law Center as part of the Run Up initiative. The goal of tonight's event is to teach you about your voting rights, to explain the voting rights process, and to help you prepare for the upcoming election. Before we get started, the bathrooms are on the ground floor here by the main desk, so feel free to go at any time. We ask you to put your phones on vibrate so it won't distract any of us. If you don't understand something, please just let us know and we'll gladly repeat it for you in a better way. We will take questions at the end of this training. We will be handing out some papers and some resources for you to take home.
And those are the ones that you have on your seats there.
I'll go for Hillary Clinton and President Obama.
Okay, please try our iron machine as Bridget said. Rachel said at the back of the room. I think her name is Bridget. She is back there. If you guys want to use it at the end of the training, you can. Food will be served. excited. Okay, so all people were always allowed to vote. True or false?
President Obama. They always President Obama.
Okay, so the answer is false. Only white male property owners could be allowed to vote. So are any of you own your own, any of you white males who own your own property?
No.
You own your own property?
I got my own property.
You have to be a man.
I think we have one hand up. Two hands.
Two hands up, that's awesome. So only two of you will be allowed to vote. The rest of us will not be allowed to vote. Isn't that crazy? No. Oh, yeah. Okay, so you must be able to read in order to vote. What do you guys think? True or false? Is that majority rule? So the answer is false. If you need help reading, there are machines that can help you read at the polling places. You can always ask someone to help you too if you need it. People with disabilities cannot vote. All right, you guys are right. Well, nobody can stop you from voting just because you have a disability. If they do, then they are a big trouble, my friend. All right, so guys, there are laws that protect your rights for people with disabilities and to vote and have accessible voting places. True or false?
Are there laws that protect your voting rights?
Are there any? Do you guys know any laws? All right. So the answer is true. The Americans with Disability Act and the Help America Vote Act and the Voting Rights Act can help you vote. Awesome. So, why do you guys think we vote?
We want to hear your answers, and I'm going to read them out here.
Why do you guys think we vote?
I think everyone should vote for President of the United States.
The guy in the back, you had okay, who would vote for? Jamal. Yes. You vote. Time the voice to be heard. That's awesome. Good job, guys. You in the back over there? The black sweater, I guess. Sorry, can't see you very well.
Oh, we're in the back, or this gentleman here with the glasses?
Yeah, with the glasses on.
Voting allows us to be more informed about issues that are important.
Awesome. The gentleman in the back with the blue sweater.
To make our country work.
Make your country work, okay. The gentleman in the back with
Hillary Clinton.
black sweater, sorry.
The old guy. That's what I like.
I mean you back.
Let's see in the crowd.
Stop this guy.
Matt Vander?
Yeah, that.
We want to, because we want to have the right person in office.
Right person in office. Yes, and. What was the answer? Okay, you want your voice What about the lady in the green sweater, son?
We want a woman president.
Yes, just the one with the red sweater. You had a comment.
I'm going to Hillary Clinton for the bottom, the old guy. I like it.
Yes, I had the red sweater. What is your... Okay, there's nothing wrong with them. We're president. Yes, sir. The guy sweater.
I say we should have, no matter what president we have, I think we should still pay attention to see if they're gonna, do a good job for our country and to see if we have, what's the word I'm looking for, Sarah?
You got it.
You had it. It slipped my tongue.
Good job.
Good president and the one, and if we're gonna have the good, jobs and social security and health care and stuff like that.
Awesome job, guys. Anybody else? Yes, Liz.
Amen.
For
Amen.
rules.
New rules. Okay, that's awesome. Awesome. Anybody else?
Why do you vote? Why?
What? Sorry, couldn't really hear you. What did you say?
I know my husband.
Yeah!
Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton, okay.
And President Obama.
So we do one more volunteer. One more volunteer. Then we move on. Yes.
I like that old guy, he's a nice guy.
Okay.
Awesome.
Family.
Awesome.
Like I get together with some of my school friends, my friends,
So independent. That's a big one. That's a big one for us. Awesome. So I'm going to read off the answers that we came up with as a team, alright? So have your voices heard on matters that affect you. Okay? Show a candidate that you did or like them for what they stand for. Okay? And this is your government, and it is your right and responsibility to participate. Alright. Make change happen.
Yep, you gotta go.
Good. Awesome. So do you guys know the requirements to vote in the US of A? Do you guys know? Yes, you guys are right. Anybody else have any other suggestions? Yes. Sorry, in the back with the blue card. You have to be U.S. citizen. Yeah, you have to be a certain age. And what did you say, Matt?
I'm 113.
You have to know the issues and what party you want to vote for. Correct? Yes. Awesome. So I'm going to read off the suggestions that we have on the board. Okay, so you must be at least 18 or older to vote. You need to be a resident of your community. You need to be a citizen of the United States. You need to be registered to vote. You do not have to be able to read, write, or know how to use the machines in order to vote. Okay, to vote, before you can register to vote, you need a registration form. You can fill it out here today. Does anyone need one?
Come see me.
You have to get out of the presentation, okay? They're in the back table. Okay, so, or you can go print a copy at www.wheredoivote.ma.com or by calling 1-800-462-8683 and to be asked to be mailed a copy. Or you can, this is new guys, you can register online at this website right here, which I will read to you. It is www.sec.ma.org. I got that right? Okay, so you only need to register once unless you change your name or you move, okay? The deadline to register in Mass is 20 days before the election.
If you guys can decide.
Alright. You guys with me so far?
Yes. Yes.
Alright. Different ways to vote. Okay? What are some different ways to vote? Guys, what are some different ways to vote? Yes, please. By a machine?
At the end. You guys go like this.
By a machine.
I'll go online.
Go online, yep.
Oh, no, you can't vote online.
Well, you can't.
You can register online.
But you can't vote.
Sorry, it was a really good
Good question, though. Good question. Good job, though.
You could vote absentee.
Absentee ballots, yes. Vote in school, yep. The first one.
I just lost my thought.
Do you want to sing them back to you?
Sure.
Awesome. Okay. So, mail in your absentee ballot ahead of time. Okay, use a touchscreen device or at a polling place. Right? Use a paper ballot at a polling place. The AutoMark machine, which is also in the back of the room. The AutoMark machine is an electronic device that will help you fill out your ballot for you. Okay, it has a touch screen, headphone, and a reading out loud type, and a spit and puff feature that will help you vote in private. Alright? This is an accessible machine that you can vote to use in private. Anyone can use it, not just for people with disabilities.
I'll take a few of those.
We have one here today. We can try it out. It's in the back of the room. Different things to vote on, okay? Raise your hand if you have ever voted on these issues. President. Senator. Representative. Okay, governor.
Oh, yeah.
Mayor. City council members. Senators. Taxes. Councilmen. Councilwomen. School board members. County commissioner. County commissioner. All right. You guys voted on it. Mostly voted on it. Okay. Okay. Does anybody know? Guys, does anybody know the difference between the primary and the primary versus the general election? Okay. You know it?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm gonna explain it to you more. So we hold two different elections. One for the president and one for the president, which is called the primary and the general election. A primary election happens before the general election, in which we vote for which candidate we want to run for each party. Yay! Alright, so can you tell us the names of the different parties? Say in the back of your glasses.
Me, Republican.
Democrats? Okay.
John Fenn is my favorite president.
What about you with the glasses? You're right here. Democrat?
No, I said libertarian.
Libertarian, okay. Sorry, Wanda.
Yeah, if you want, you can just shout it out.
You can just shout it out if you want to, guys.
Independent, I don't know what that is.
Okay, independent. Alright, so, guys, it's the Democrat Party, Republican Party, Green Party, Libertarian Party, many more, okay? A lot more. Okay, so as an example, during the primary elections, you can vote between Democrat Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders, okay? Or between Republicans Donald Trump. Anybody know Donald Trump? Okay. Or Ted Cruz. Alright? The general election is the main election to vote for the president of the United States of America. So we vote for one of the candidates who have been chosen in the primary. For example, we would choose between Hillary Clinton, Democrat, and Republican Marco Rubio. Alright, so the day of the election, next week, there will be a primary election on Tuesday, March 1st, 2016. The polls will be open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. And whoever is to be the last in line has to vote, okay? They can't turn the person away. Okay, so the general, so the general election will not take place until Tuesday, November 8th, 2016. 2016. Alright. Okay, so do you guys know where you guys go to vote?
Yes. At school.
If not, go to this website right here, which is www.wheredoivote.ma.com, or by calling this number right here, which is 1-800-462-8683 to find out your location. Alright, so does anybody know what they should bring to the polls?
ID.
Yes, you guys are right. Okay, so most of the time you don't need ID unless you are voting at a new polling place, and they might ask you for ID. All right? Okay. Okay. So your identification must have your name and your address where you are registered to vote. Okay? You can bring any information about the candidate or any other information to help you vote.
Yeah.
What happens after when you get to the polling places? Does anybody know? All right. Does anybody know?
Check it with a poll worker.
Yes, check it with the poll worker. Okay, so you will check it with the poll worker. In the beginning, tell them your name and address. That night, you will be given a paper ballot unless you ask for a to be with the AutoMark machine. Okay? After you fill out a paper ballot, check out with a poll worker once again, telling them your name and your address. Okay? Finally, you can put your paper ballot into the ballot scanning box or machine. Okay? So,
All right, thank you guys. Thank you.
Who is running for president? Does everyone know who's running who's running for the Democrats for president?
Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton is president.
Yes, divided vote, Hillary Clinton and
President Obama.
And Bernie Sanders, you got that right too. Do you know who's running for the Republicans for president?
Yes.
President Obama, Hillary Clinton.
Ben Carson, Ted Cruz,
Hillary Clinton.
Don Kasich, Michael Rubio, Donald Trump. Does everyone know what a third party candidate is?
Hillary Clinton and President Obama.
Democrat, or if someone's not running as a Republican, there's other parties like Haley Johnson from the Libertarian Party, Joe Stein, the Green Party.
And I just want to mention, in your package, we have information about the candidates who are running, and their stance on really important information that AmFAC contributed to us from SAVE, the National Self-Advocacy Group. So there's some great info in your package, and another sheet that has the candidates' websites where you can go on and find more information.
Ways to warn about candidates and issues. We just told you who's running for president and what parties they are running for. Now we're going to go into more details about different options that you can use in order to find out more information about the candidates. Excuse me, is everybody with me so far?
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What are some ways to warn about the candidates? Does anyone know? You?
Yoga.
Yes. Yes.
Internet.
Yes. Are there any others?
Computer.
Does anyone have any other ways? Yeah. Yes. those are some ways. I'm going to tell you some more of the ways.
Good boy.
How you? How? Yes. You can have a registrator pay, call for an appointment with a registrator, or invite a league of women voters, representative, or an elected official to speak with your group. Look at a candidate's website and their voting record. Read your local newspaper, cut articles, save, and read later. Read your voters' manual or listen to it on a CD. Listen to the radio and TV talk shows. And an example is watching a candidate's debate. Talk with family and friends. Tell stories and share your experiences with others. Make a checklist of what is important to you and check whether or not the candidates share your ideas.
Uh-oh.
Jonathan, they're actually going to be acting out for you in a second. So you guys stay just 1 minute. There's some stuff for you. All right, so first, guys, I want to talk just briefly about voting rights and the Help America Vote Act. The Help America Vote Act, which is also known as HAVA, is a federal law that makes voting easier for everyone. A federal law is one that covers the entire country, so not just Massachusetts, but every state. And Lisa and Jonathan are going to act out some examples of what this law says. I'm going to read it out, and then you're going to see them act it out. Okay? All right. So, one of the things HAVA says is that you have a right to vote by yourself, but you also have the right to get help if you need it. You can bring a friend or a support person, almost anyone you want, and the poll workers can't stop you. There's only 2 people that they say you can't really bring with you, your boss or a union officer. I guess they think they might influence you. So, here we go, Kamisha and Jonathan.
Hi, Kamisha. May I please have some help reading the top of this ballot?
Okay, so
Is that picture of me?
it says you can only vote once, but if you make a mistake,
That's
you
picture of
can do
me?
another ballot.
Oh, thank you, Kamisha.
Oh, picture of me.
So that was the first one. I'm going to see if I can give them a mic, because this mic works too. Let's see. Yep, okay, great. That way we can make sure everybody hears. All right, great.
It used to be 37.
All right.
Is it? Okay, I'm going to say it.
Yep, okay. So, yeah. You can also ask the poll worker for help. Now, the poll worker can read it for you if you need help reading, but they cannot tell you who to vote for, and they can't explain something to you in simpler terms. So if you don't understand a ballot question, they're not allowed to explain it to you in a different way.
Exactly.
All right, here we go.
Excuse me, Jonathan. I'm new here. Can you help me?
Oh yeah, of course I can help you.
So my picture already?
You want to vote for who? Hillary Clinton.
I am.
I don't. Sorry, Jonathan, but I don't think I want to vote for
Hillary Clinton is President
I think I should
Obama.
vote for my own person.
I like President Obama. He's my best friend.
Oh, but she is very,
He's getting
very
2.7.
good.
Okay, then I don't want to vote for Hillary Clinton. Again, I want to vote for my own person.
Hi everyone, can you please tell us what did we do wrong when we did this role playing? You and the blue?
Yeah, you told her who to vote for instead of having her make up her own mind of whom to vote for.
Yeah, that's correct. Because poll workers, they're not allowed to tell people who to vote for.
Yeah, great. You can get a new ballot if you make a mistake. Everyone makes mistakes. So if you accidentally fill in the circle for the wrong person, you can just go and ask for a new one.
Exactly.
Here's Tanisha.
Oh my goodness, I made a mistake. I'm going to ask for a new ballot. Jonathan, I made a mistake. Can I have a new ballot, please?
Yeah, here you go. You may have a new one.
Oh, thank you very much.
You can ask for a provisional ballot if you're told that you can't vote for some reason. Now I'm going to explain this to you because it's going to be a little complicated. Let's say you register to vote in time, but you're at the very, very end of the cutoff. So whoever printed out a list of who's registered maybe doesn't have your name on it. So if you know that you're registered, but for some reason your name is not on the list, they're not going to give you a regular ballot. They're going to say, oh, you're not registered. But what you can do is first you ask them why. You want to double check, right? Always question. And then if they say no, you ask for a provisional ballot. And what a provisional ballot is, it's a ballot that you fill out, and then the poll worker will go back and check later on to make sure whether you're registered or not. So there's no reason you should not be allowed to vote. Okay? So no matter what, if they say no and you question why, then you at least can ask for a provisional ballot. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, you can take one question. Yeah?
If you have a parent that's a guardian, can you still vote?
Yes, that is an excellent question. So even if you have a guardian, you are still legally entitled to vote, right? And the guardian can't tell you who to vote for. So just because you have a guardian doesn't mean that you don't have the right to vote. That's a fantastic question. Okay? So you still have the right to vote, and you have the right to vote who you want to. So if you and your mom, or you and your dad, or you and whoever is your guardian disagree, you still can vote, and you can vote for different people.
Okay.
Great question. Thank you for asking. Okay, you guys, we're going to have you act out the provisional ballot one?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I'm going to vote for the first time ever. I'm going to ask Jonathan, what can I do?
Alright.
Jonathan, I am voting for the first time, and I want to know if my name is on the list. Can you check it for me?
Yes, I'm sorry, I don't see your name on my list.
Can I have a provisional ballot then, please?
Yes, here you go.
Thank you.
Another thing that HAVA says, Help America Vote Access, is that you can use an accessible voting station or accessible voting machine at your polling place. You don't need to have a disability to use this. And it says that every polling place is legally required to have an accessible voting station to help people vote privately and independently. So if you go to your polling place and there's no accessible area, no accessible station to vote at, they're breaking the law and you should report it.
Oh, wow.
I'm voting for the first time, yeah. So Jonathan, I would like to vote for the first time, and I don't see any accessible voting places. Can you help me, please?
I'm sorry, at this current time, we don't have an AutoMark machine at this polling place. The last one we had broke down, and we didn't get around to fix it again.
Then I am calling the election office, because this is not right. I think everybody should be allowed to vote, and every polling place should be accessible for people with disabilities just like me.
HAVA also says that you have the right to ask a poll worker for voting information in Braille, in large print, on tape, or in any other accessible format. You might need to call your election office ahead of time just to let them know. But if you do that, they should have it on hand for you.
Yeah.
I like that, Jonathan.
Gee, even with these glasses, this print is really tiny. Camisa, can I please have a ballot that has large print? Yes, please. Thank you.
No, it's at the end.
Alright. So who to call about voting problems? If you have any problems, there's no accessible stations, you can't get in there, somebody gives you a hard time and says you shouldn't be allowed to vote. Any problem, please report it to the elections division. Right? We have their number up here, 1-800-462-8683, or you can email them at elections@sec.state.ma.us. It's important to report these things because they won't know to fix them or that it's a problem if you don't mention it to them. And we're going to get to questions in just a minute, okay? Oh, actually, it's right there. Yes. You know what? We are there. We're ready for some questions, and then we have an activity for you guys to do. All right, yes, do we have some questions? And Jonathan, would you mind giving people the mic when they have a question? Are you okay going with that?
I don't need you can also call General or City Hall, or if you can't get the state.
Town Hall or City Hall?
Town City Hall.
Yep, that's also Yep, did everybody hear that? Yep. Okay, do you have questions?
So if you are trying to vote at a polling place and you by accident get there as soon as it's too late and the polls always start to close. So what does that mean? Get there too late and it's always closed.
Okay, so the polls are open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. So as long as you're in line before it gets to 8 p.m., they should let you vote. They're not going to vote. If it's closed by the time you get there, you miss the opportunity.
So then you get there and you're like, oh, it's 8:30.
Yeah, they're going to be closed. You missed it. You got to be timely.
You like type of things. You like type of things.
Yeah. Yeah. Get another one. A minute, do you want to pass the mic? Can you tell us your names? But actually, would you guys mind just telling us your names when you ask a question too?
Okay, my name is Jonathan Penton, and I was just wondering, to my question earlier, if your guardian comes into the booth with you, if you tell them that you don't want them to come with you, and they still do that, what could you do then?
That is a good question. What's the question? You want to repeat it? Okay. If your guardian wants to come into the voting booth with you, what do you do? And you don't want them there. Do you guys have suggestions? Yeah, what do you think?
You tell them that you want to do it on your own, or that you're capable of doing it yourself. Let other people know that you can do it yourself.
Yeah. It can be tricky, right? Yeah. Great question. Matt, right?
So again, my name is Matthew. So my question is, if you meet all of the qualifications for voting, but yet for some reason a poll worker is rude or discriminatory in any way, is it your right to take legal action against that person?
Yeah, if they're rude, that's just obnoxious, but that's not breaking the law, right? If they're rude. But if they say, hey, you can't vote, or where's your guardian, right? You can always first of all, you can always file a complaint. If somebody's rude, they shouldn't be rude. You can file a complaint there. But if they're refusing to let you vote because you have a disability or any other, not even that, any other reason that they think, I'm just not going to let you vote, that's breaking the law. As long as if you're 18, you're registered, you're a U.S. citizen, and you're a resident, you should be allowed to vote. If anybody's stopping you, then they're breaking the law. But yeah, definitely, anybody gives you any hard time, file a complaint.
Well, the president I won't go for it. I Hillary Clinton. I know Hillary Clinton's husband, Bill Clinton. I want to go for President Obama, my daddy. And I'm going for the yellow guy with the glasses. I like him. I like him.
And you're a big Hillary fan, right? Yeah.
And I know John F. Kennedy, Bobby Kennedy, and President Lincoln.
Excellent. Oh, good question.
Back in my time.
All right. And then we're just going to get the people who haven't asked first before we do second. Will you tell us your name?
Oh, my name is Robert. I'm from Beagle Stack. I mean, I have a question. Like, if you want to vote, like, if my grandfather wanted to help me, and I told him that, and he said, no, I'm going to do it for you because I'm your guardian, I'm your grandfather, I'll make the decision. And do I have the right to say, to stand my ground and say, Bishop, I think I should do it because I'm my own.
Yeah, exactly.
And so, like, say, if I had to want to vote for, like Donald Trump or somebody, do I have the right to make my decision if I want to do that?
Yes, you absolutely have the right to vote for whoever you want to, and I would suggest being respectful to your grandfather.
Yeah. No, I know that.
But yes, you have absolutely every right to say to him, I'm an adult, I make my own choices, thank you, I appreciate your opinion, but I know who I want to vote for. Yeah, you are absolutely legally entitled. Doesn't make a difference if he's your guardian or not. You have the right to vote for who you want to. It's a good question, an important one.
Thank you.
I'm just going to keep all in two. Sorry, Ben. Here, I have the room, but I forgotten how to touch first.
Desi.
Do you?
Hi, my name is Debbie, and I'm just wondering, do I have to tell people who I vote for?
Oh, do you have to tell people who you vote for? Excellent question, Desi. What do you guys think? Exactly. Great question. You do not have to tell, right? If you want to, you can. You can wear a really proud, I voted for Hillary button if you wanted to. I voted for Donald, yeah. But you do not have to tell. It's a really good question. No, it can be private or it can be something that you do want to tell. So, good question, very good. Let's get some more people in the back and then we'll come around front again.
John.
We'll take questions for about another 5 minutes, and then we're going to move on to our last activity for the night. And then there'll be time for food.
She a woman? You can vote for her? Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's the one I was asking. Yeah. That's it.
Doesn't surprise me.
I'm voting for her anyway. Who's?
Can you tell us your name? Yeah.
I hope my Hillary Clinton.
Yes, everybody has an opinion.
John, just make sure you get the girl in the purple. She's going to wear it in.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Jonathan, we have a question over here in the middle.
Bill Clinton, that's why I voted for him.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, and then we'll get to you after. Shane, right?
My name is Shane Emery. And, people always have the right to vote. Nobody can stop anybody to vote.
That's right, Shane.
Whoever wouldn't want to vote? Because even friends or family, they can't stop you either.
That's right. You absolutely got it. Great.
And nobody can stop everyone, they can't stop people advocating too. It's always like to advocate, because everybody has a lot of things that they can advocate for.
You're absolutely right. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Andrew Pounds, and two things. Is Canada really going to build a wall along the border if Trump wins?
Yes, you know what, it takes a lot of people to make that decision, right?
Yeah.
Politicians can promise something, that doesn't mean it happens, because they're not the ones that make all the decisions.
Yeah, and my other thing is, I once saw this post on Facebook where Donald Trump riding a tricycle, riding away from 3 tanks. And the lead one had Hillary Clinton on it.
Oh my God. All right, thank you for sharing that.
And he had a terrified look on his face.
All right, Jonathan, I promised our friends right up front here. This lady, tell us your name.
And mine.
Sharon?
I had to tease the old guy.
What's your
question?
Speaking of stories, I can't stop thinking about mine. Since they passed away.
I'm sorry.
10 years and 7 years and 2 other years. Father, mother, Jeanette, and Jonathan Dirksen. One of the ladies to their family.
It looks like you have some good friends.
Good I have. Who else went up? James came with me.
So Sharon, do you have a question about voting? We can help you.
Oh, voting. Voting, well, someone.
Vote for whoever you want.
You want.
That's a really good point.
Particularly close for New Hampshire. Baby.
Great.
So, I live at 40K Street, in a group home setting.
I know
Can
George
people
walked
in a
in.
group home setting vote too?
Yes, excellent question. So it doesn't make a difference where you live. You can still vote, and it would be really great if staff at your group home could drive you to the polls to vote. But if for some reason that's not possible, if you think enough ahead of time, you can get absentee ballots mailed to your house, and you can fill out a ballot ahead of time and mail it in. Right? Unfortunately, you can't vote online. You can register online. I wish we could, but you can't. Yeah, people think that a lot. You can't vote online. You can register online. Yeah, not yet. So maybe in the future.
Second one was that if people in the group home vote, but they still vote if they want to, but there are some people that may not have some religious if they're religious, are they allowed to?
Oh, sure. Anybody can vote. Doesn't make a difference what religion you are or your beliefs, right? And you have the right to not vote also if you want to. I don't encourage that because I think you should vote because that's it's important and it's so powerful. And you think if every person with a disability voted, then the politicians would really listen to you and a lot of changes would happen, right? It's very powerful. So I hope you do vote. I don't care who you vote for, but I hope you do vote. Yeah. I think we have to, you have to.
I think that is next Tuesday.
Yep, primary's next Tuesday.
Let's get through this week first, and then other week.
Yeah, but we gotta prepare for it. So I think we have time for one more question, and then we gotta move on.
And the old guy.
Can we get somebody who hasn't had a chance to ask a question all the way back? Yes. Oh, I'm sorry, we already got you.
I wanted to say something.
Yeah, right in back, that gentleman in
I'm
back
over
there.
here.
In the blue.
No, I think he was.
Yeah, this guy right here.
Yeah, right there.
The guy in the blue right there.
Right there behind you. Behind you, Jonathan. Yep.
What is that?
How do you turn it on?
Do you want to pass one more?
we have one more question?
Sharon, you have a question?
Yeah, oh, Sharon, yeah.
If you do you have any right to vote for anybody?
Yep, you can vote for whoever you want, as long as they're running.
Oh, okay.
Right? If you're gonna vote for, I don't know, who do we want to?
Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton and President Obama and the old guy.
The West Wing guy, what's his name? Martin Sheen. He's not Martin Sheen. Yeah, right, I know he would win, I think.
Yes,
Yeah. All right, I think we got, Anne, did you have a question? Okay, she's the boss lady, we got all our questions. All right, Anne's gonna be our last person right now. And then we're gonna move on to our last activity.
So by voting, you're exercising your right as a U.S. citizen.
That's right, Amy.
That's right.
You're also showing people that people with disabilities can exercise their right to vote. That we have rights to be heard also.
That is right. Excellent, excellent point. Thank you. Alright, so what we're going to do now, is we are going to break up into groups. We're going to do some scenarios. We're going to give each of you, not each of you, but each of your groups, a voting problem. And we want your group to discuss it. You guys we're going to discuss it, figure out how you're going to deal with the problem. Your group then, we're going to do this for maybe 10 minutes or 7. We'll see how we're doing with time. Then after that, your group can either come up here and act it out, or somebody can read it and you'll tell us your answer. Whatever you feel comfortable with. Okay, sound good? Alright, so we're just going to break it up into, let's see, how do I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so you guys are going to share it with the row behind you because we just don't, so all of you, and you guys are going to share it with the row behind you. Right? You guys can share it with the row, with your area there, okay? Matt, you share it with the row in front of you. You guys want to share it with the people behind you, okay? And you want to do your group with as many people here. We have a group over here, one for your group, and one more back here for your group. Your group has many people who want to be involved with it. Hi, Tom.